Welcome, ladies and gents, to another must-see major players prediction talk for a premium live event. That's right. They're no more called pay-per-views. They are premium live events. And of course, with this means we've got the major players joining us. And it's the family's reunited for this one. Took us two premium live events to get it right, but we got it right. So guys, say what's up. We've got our very own Nashville, our CEO of PWC. We've got the bald legal eagle, who I'm trying to mimic lately, Mr. Jeremy. And I know Jeremy's got a lot to say in general. He's had a lot of build-up, especially after the day one massacre that he suffered from our predictions that we gave for him.
Yeah.
Which I'm just going to quick disclaimer. Sorry, I'll get to the last person. Just a quick disclaimer. All of Jeremy's predictions were out of the top of my head. I convinced Nash and Kyle that Jeremy was messaging me. He wasn't. I literally made it up for Jeremy on the spot, 100%. And according to Jeremy, I did a pretty decent job, bar one or two matches. Wow. So not bad. There you go. Like I said, I'm trying to be like Jeremy, guys. There we go. And then, of course, our final major player discussion. It is the man who ate cheese puffs as a punishment and probably will eat them again. It's Kyle. What's up, Kyle? What's up, guys? Everybody, what's happening?
Hi.
Kyle's a disappointment. You are a disappointment.
I don't look it, but I'm excited.
Cheetos.
Alexa Bliss is
Cheetos, guys. Cheetos. I can't believe you guys let him get away with that ish. Seriously.
That's why we needed you here, Jeremy, to be the legal eagle.
I watched that video and it was like Vince McMahon booking a Royal Rumble. It was terrible. It was spineless. It was just...
Well, Jeremy, if that's how you feel, I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you in this major talks, because we're going to be talking exactly about Vince McMahon booking when it comes to Royal Rumbles, because that's what we're talking about. We are talking about the 2022 premium live event for the Royal Rumble. It's okay, Carl. Do you have someone chat to Robin there? Are you okay? Just puts me on mute. He's like, no, I'm not dealing with this cuck.
We've got to open up, and we had to leave the house. All the dogs, Robin and I, and one dog's the first time I've ever been to a park, so she doesn't understand. She cannot leave the park. So, that's what's happening.
Just so you guys understand why Kyle is sitting in the fresh air. Like we actually do have lives outside of wrestling.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Beautiful park, Kyle. Beautiful.
Thank you. Welcome here.
All right. So before we get into the predictions for Royal Rumble and the discussion and stuff, we've got to do a quick recap of our predictions from WWE Day 1, which took place on the 1st of January 2022, the very first premium live event. And listen, this was it wasn't bad actually, considering what with of course the late change in the Brock Lesnar match and the Roman Reigns match, we actually all didn't do too bad. So just going through this, obviously the Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns, I null and void that match, which basically means the Big E, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley match was also null and void because a fifth member entered that match and won it, so none of us predicted that. So so essentially that pay-per-view was out of 4 points. And with that being said, we had a Drew McIntyre victory, which literally all of us said was going to happen against Madcap Moss. We had an Edge victory, which all of us said was going to happen. Mm-hmm. We then had a Becky Lynch win, which we all said was going to happen. And then we had the New Day beating the Usos. No, lie, sorry. Usos beating the New Day.
Yep.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
I don't want to
Usos won that match, yeah.
I don't want to cheat, but I said Liv Morgan was going to beat Becky Lynch.
I said basically. I haven't gone through the list yet, don't worry.
At some point, I'm going to start playing a drinking game with Kyle. I'm going to sit here with a bottle of whatever I happen to find. And every time he says Liv Morgan or Alexa, I'm going to take a shot.
I'm just looking at the list here.
They had alcohol poisoning by the end of an hour, but yeah, That's going to be interesting.
I'm just looking at the list of the predictions, and the ones I made for Jeremy, except for Usos winning against the New Day, Jeremy got 4 out of 4 because I said the Usos were going to beat the New Day in his prediction,
Thanks.
and all of us,
That's right.
all of us said
And
Liv
was-
Morgan was going to beat Becky Lynch. I literally just gave Jeremy 4 points, and the rest of us have 2.
Yes, thanks,
Yeah.
man.
You caused it, bro.
Thanks.
You caused it. Jeremy's gonna win again.
After I watched the video, and then I watched the video after day 1, just by the way, and I was like, yeah, I don't see a problem with this at all. Because I never queried it. I never raised an objection because you know my ass would never have shut up about it if I was losing. See, and like I told some friends over the weekend, you guys know sore losers, right? We all know a sore loser. I'm a sore winner. I'm the worst person that you want to see.
Really? We didn't notice.
I will tell you how badly I'm beating you the entire time. I'm like Jerry the King Lawler doing commentary while he's beating up a jobber. What's worse?
Okay. So
And Vass just shakes his head. That's the reaction I was going for, guys. Thanks.
all right. Anyway, so with some predictions after day 1, sorry, it's the quick correction. I did say New Day was going to win for the Usos, so you only get 3, Jeremy, and the rest of us are on 2. So I feel like I should get 5 points because I gave Jeremy's predictions, but we'll call that for a different day. But it's time now to get back into the premium live event prediction game. Just a quick recap of the matches for this pay-per-view, premium live event. I'll get it right one day. We've got Becky Lynch taking on Doudrop, Edge and Beth Phoenix taking on Miz and Maurice, Roman Reigns taking on Seth frickin' Rollins, and then Brock Lesnar taking on Bobby Lashley. And and then of course the 2 Royal Rumble matches, the women's and the men's Royal Rumble, which we're going to talk about last. We're going to talk about the other 4 matches quickly, and we're going to start off with a match which personally I think was a bit of a cop-out match in the sense of having Becky Lynch on a premium live event, and that's Becky Lynch taking on Doudrop for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. Now, the reason I'm just going to give you my quick. The reason I think it's a bit of a cop out is that I don't think Raw has done enough to build the women's division over the last few months. Since Survivor Series, it's sort of just dropped completely. Since the draft, actually, since Becky has gone through to Raw, it is literally the Raw women's division has not looked strong, right? And the sad reality is it's because of Becky Lynch. Okay, you've got guys like Bianca Bella. With me and Jeremy, we will never get the gimmick of Bianca Bella, but she's over. They love her. You have the likes of Liv Morgan. You have the likes of Doudrop. You have the likes of Zelina Vega and Carmella, who are all really good. Sorry, and Alexa Bliss. Sorry, Carl. Who are all very, very good athletes in their own right. But none of them have been built up to the point where Becky Lynch is currently. And it just feels like they're just throwing whoever they can randomly throw at Becky Lynch, which is this is going to sort of tie into my women's prediction for the Royal Rumble. Because
even if the people can't speak on the mic at all, they're throwing them out there. In the case of Liv Morgan, and if I never hear her cut a promo ever again, it will be too.
But like that's the thing, they're not really giving these girls an opportunity to be better. Like Liv Morgan would be the perfect person to pair up with a manager. Okay. If you pair up Liv Morgan with a Paul Heyman-esque type, Liv Morgan can become a superstar, guaranteed. She's got the in-ring capability. She's really good in the ring. She just sucks everywhere else.
Yeah.
Okay. But same for Bianca Belair, but that's from the older generation. I hate Bianca Belair's promos. I think they are stupid. I think she's trying too hard to be young.
They're never going to get that vest. We're never going to.
I know they're never going to.
That whole millennium thing, because I am so sure she's speaking Milanese or whatever you want to call it. We're never gonna get that. No, I see that she's one for the younger crowd, and they're gonna understand that and everything else. But yeah, I don't understand it. I definitely don't
Anyway,
understand what's going on there.
that's just my 2 cents on the women's division. And with that being said, my prediction is going to be Becky Lynch. I don't see Doudrop picking up a title anytime soon, and I think this is building up to a blockbuster WrestleMania, which I will get to at the women's Royal Rumble match later on. Let's go with Nashville. Nash, give us your predictions on Becky Lynch Doudrop. I know you're a keen fanatic on the women's division. You enjoy women's division wrestling.
I actually expected Kyle to go first. He's such an ambassador of the women's division. But I'll take the reins here. Can I just say, though, at the top of the hour, I'm so glad all 4 of us are back together. It's all about family, man. Yeah, I think this match, it's a no-brainer. Really, it's absolutely Doudrop's not going to win. I mean, come on. Becky Lynch is going to win this match, hands down. That's my prediction up front. I do not see the appeal of this match. And I get why Doudrop's in this match because they've been building her up for some time. Mm-hmm. But really, I really don't want to see it.
Have they been building it up? Like, sorry to cut you off, but have they really built this match up?
No.
Has there been really that much hype over this match? Honestly, I forgot this was even happening. Mm-hmm. I thought this was going to be on the Raw next week.
The thing is, they haven't really built this match up, but they've been building Doudrop up since like Crown Jewel and her whole heel turn. And it's nice to see a Scottish versus an Irish. I know most people never got that. It's like Scotland versus Ireland over here, but nevertheless, I really do not care about this match.
We've never seen Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. We've never seen.
Yeah, that never happened. That never happened.
We've never played with the stereotypes ever.
They're best friends. They don't fight.
Yeah. Irish people are not known for fighting. Finlay never came out and said he loved to fight ever. So
it's stereotype that Vince McMahon likes to talk about.
Vince McMahon refers to himself as Irish, just putting them out there. So
I think
all right.
Becky Lynch for the win. Yeah.
All right, Jeremy. Let's get your thoughts on this Becky Lynch versus Doudrop match.
Okay. First, I'm going to give you my fantasy booking for this. I would like to see Bianca come out and actually cost Becky the title. Like a good old-fashioned screw job. Like the way we were used to seeing back in the day. Perfect. And that way you have Bianca winning the Rumble. You have Becky pushing her way into the whole match. And that way you have a triple threat at Mania. And then you can have either one of them winning the title without pinning each other. Either one could pin Doudrop going into, winning at Mania, and then you have a program for a lot longer. That being said, I don't see Doudrop winning this title anytime soon. First of all, they should never have given her the name Doudrop. They had an opportunity last week, I think, to actually make her drop the name Doudrop. She could have went back to Piper Niven, and that would have worked brilliantly, I think. But yeah, yet again, ball dropped. So yeah, I'm going to say Becky because I don't see anything else happening with this women's division. The ladies that can speak are generally the ones that can't really wrestle or they have no idea how to book them. I think Bianca is probably, aside from Lynch, probably one of the most bankable people on Raw at this point in time. And that's about it, guys. This division is just as bad as AEW's women's division is. Raw's women's division is just like it's swirling. It's somebody's press the flush button, and it's like it's circling. It's ready to go. If they don't do something pretty soon with this, we're gonna be stuck really soon.
But you see, that's the thing though. Like the Raw women's division is good. It's a good solid wrestling foundation. I mean, That's not taking anything away. Like people like Liv Morgan, Bianca Bella, Carmella, Zelina Vega, Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
They're all really good wrestlers. They're just not promoting them properly. It's almost like Jeremy, you'll understand this. You'll understand this. Think about if you go towards the early 90s, okay? I'm talking like 88 to like 94.
Okay.
Remember that period, okay?
Yes.
There was a non-existent women's division in WWE at that time, right?
Big Bertha Faye, Alundra Blaze that wrestled, and I think Bull Nakano was there for a while.
Exactly. They had extremely talented ladies, but the roster was basically shake your tits on screen and help the men win. That was their role. And it kind of feels, and I don't want to take anything away from people like Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair, but that's what it feels like to us. Like watching these matches,
it's going back that
100%.
If you've watched those what are they called? Well, those people that they're recruiting from the universities and everything else. None of them
like the recruitments,
None of them are wrestlers. There's no wrestlers in there. It looks like the fitness model thing is going to be coming back to WWE very soon.
Yeah, I mean, if you look on NXT, you look at the current new roster of NXT, right? The new guys coming at that Tiffany. I'm going to use Tiffany as an example. She has no background in wrestling, okay?
Did she
She's
debut?
literally Yeah, she died. Well, they've had a backstage. I don't think she's had her in-ring debut yet.
I must watch NXT.
She has wrestled on NXT.
What's that?
She has wrestled on NXT already.
Has she?
Yeah, she has.
Then I must have missed that. Yeah, I'll be honest. I haven't watched a lot of NXT lately. Just been busy and stuff. But it's
not even busy. I just haven't watched NXT. That was a tale of some animal that was in front of us for a second.
That was my cat. My cat.
But you guys.
Anyway, we are digressing a lot on this topic. So you're going with Becky Lynch, right, Jeremy?
Yeah, that's not going to change. That's not changing.
Okay, and then I got a message from Carl. Unfortunately, he won't be able to continue with the rest of the show. He's the park is too busy for him to talk. He can't hear us, and his house is busy being auctioned off or something. I don't know all that. But he has sent. I don't know. Yeah, he's probably going to be living in the park for the rest of his life. I don't know.
He's going to be living. I've got a box.
But he has sent his predictions through, and so you guys know that I'm not making it up. It is on our WhatsApp group. We've got a real private WhatsApp group amongst us. So he's posted on there. So I've written them down. So he says Becky easy to win this. There's a lot of questionable results in his prediction, which we'll get to, and I'm sure Jeremy will have a good laugh at him. But we're going to move on to it. I don't want to spend too much time on the undercard, really.
This prediction game again. Is he trying to lose it?
I think so. I think he's looking at his choices. Especially the two Rumble matches, 100%. He wants to eat more cheese puffs.
No.
No, I think we should shave his beard if he loses this time around. That's a real punishment.
No, that's not happening again this year. No.
All right, we're going to move to the next match on the undercard, and it's a mixed match. What are they called? Mixed tag team match?
Intergender
tag team. WWE doesn't use. They use the mixed match challenge or whatever it was. I don't know. Anyway, it is Edge and his wife Beth Phoenix who's making her in-ring return after 12 years, and is taking on Miz and Maurice. The couple versus couple match, and you know what? I'm gonna hold on this one. I'm gonna quickly give you Carl's prediction. Carl said Miz and Mrs. are going to win, so there's that. I want to get Jeremy's thoughts on this one because I know Jeremy was a big fan of Beth Phoenix back in the day, and I know Jeremy loves Edge as much as the next person does. We all love Edge. But I want to know your thoughts on this one, Jay, because I'm actually intrigued. I'm intrigued by your train of thoughts on this.
Okay. I would have preferred to make this prediction after Raw tomorrow, after seeing the whole birthday thing, to see who came out on the top of that segment. That being said...
Well, you can't.
Yeah.
You're doing it on Sunday.
I'm going to go the Grid couple. I'm going to go with Edge and Beth Phoenix. I see. I don't know, but I'm it's up in the air for me on this one. It's probably one of the few matches on the card that's probably up in the air where you don't know exactly who's going to win.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that one.
Purely
Nash, let's bring you on this one. Oh, sorry, you're not done.
purely.
I forgot you talk forever. So sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Because they've been going back and forth. Like, I mean, 1 week, Miz and Maurice on the top. Next week, Edge and Beth Phoenix on top. And it's a game of one-upmanship at this point in time. But I'm gonna go with Edge and Beth Phoenix, just based on that brick spot from last week. That's about it. It's very interesting though. I do like the way this whole thing's been built up, and I think because you've got two veterans that know what they're doing and the way things should be booked and the way a segment should be booked, that's why we're going to see. That's why it's actually intriguing compared to stuff that we're seeing.
Okay.
Now
Nashville, what's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, just a correction. Beth Phoenix is actually returning after 10 years. She left WWE in 2012, so it's been 10 years, not 12. And yeah,
So
I do agree with
NXT
people.
then.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Correctamundo. Yeah.
Grammar.
And yeah, I there's a thing in WWE that they always go 1 week the heels on top, 1 week the face is on top. And whomever is on top on that Raw or SmackDown before the pay-per-view is the one who loses on the pay-per-view. So judging by the current trajectory of things, one would think Miz and Maurice would come out on top this week and lose at the pay-per-view. So just judging of that trajectory, I'd like to say that Edge and Beth Phoenix are going to win this match. Not just because of the trajectory, but also because, look at it logically. What would WWE gain from Miz and Maurice winning the match rather than Edge and Beth Phoenix winning the match? Sure, Edge won at the Royal Rumble, and there's this other thing in WWE where if there's a continuous feud, it would usually be the heel wins one, the face wins one, and then either the heel or the face wins the last one. So Edge won at day one. One would think Miz and Maurice would win at Royal Rumble, but I think they're going to go in a different direction. I honestly and truly believe that Beth Phoenix and Edge are going to win this mixed tag team match. And if nothing else, I think Edge and Miz are going to collide once more, either at Elimination Chamber in the Kingdom of Redacted or at WrestleMania. One of the two. So yeah, that's my prediction. Edge and Beth Phoenix for the win.
All right. So look, for me personally, this one's a bit of a difficult one because I'm a big Edge fan. I'm a big Miz fan. I like both of them. And I see it in the sense of who needs a win more. All right. And the sense that the reason I say this is who needs to win more is because the person that's going to win this match will be pushed into more of a title picture section. All right. That's the way I see it. So either it will be a WWE championship later down the road or a US title championship. I'm leaning towards more US title championship run. And the reason I'll tell you that now is because I don't think Edge currently needs the WWE championship. I think he's as big as he's going to be in his return. And I don't think Beth Phoenix needs a WWE title run either. But with that being said, I do think Edge and Beth Phoenix need a win more than Miz and Maurice.
Yeah.
All right. In the sense that Miz and Maurice, they are known as great heels. They can bounce back from a loss to Edge and Beth Phoenix. It's not humiliating enough to destroy everything that the Miz has built as that slimy heel that we love. So with that being said, I'm saying Edge and Beth Phoenix are winning this match. I think at Elimination Chamber Premium Live event, we're going to get Edge versus Damian Priest for the US title.
Which one?
I think it's going to be a nice little. What do you mean? Which Damian and Priest together, handicap match.
That's going to be a triple threat match.
And I do think we're going to get Beth Phoenix versus Becky Lynch at the Chamber match as well. In fact, let me give some fantasy booking. I think we are going to have a first ever women's elimination chamber match in the kingdom of reaction, as Nash puts it. And I think Beth Phoenix is going to be part of that. I think Becky Lynch is going to be part of that, obviously. I think Doudrop's going to be part of that. So you're going to have your third one. Your fourth is going to be Bianca Bella, because they're all sort of involved. Liv Morgan is going to be in there as well. And then there's going to be a surprise sixth entrant, who I'll get to in the Women's Royal Rumble match. I won't spoil it just yet.
Is it going to
That'll
be
be in that match. It's going to be who?
Santina?
Santina Marella, of course. No,
Santina.
not Santina. Although I should add it to my surprise. That could be a good surprise. No, she was last year's surprise, wasn't she? She was in the Royal Rumble last year, Santina Marella.
I think so.
The year before. Yeah, she came out in one of the Royal Rumbles. It was one of the surprise things. Anyway, my prediction, to go over it again, is going to be Edge and Beth Phoenix taking this one. So all of us agree, except for Kyle, who has decided to lose again this week. Let's get to the championship matches. We're going to talk about the Universal title match. It is Roman Reigns, and he's taking on Seth freaking Rollins. And of course, the Usos are banned from ringside for this match. So the Roman won't have the Usos to help him out. And I'm gonna start off on this one, because I've got a lot to say about this, because I think this is for the safety of all those on YouTube, it's going to be a bunch of BS. That's what this build-up is, okay? Because this match should have happened a long time ago, when Seth was actually on SmackDown and not on Raw. It makes no sense to me. This match should be a foregone conclusion. It should be Roman Reigns winning this match. However, thinking like Vince McMahon, which is by no means an easy task, let's face it. The man comes up with the weird and wonderful ideas at some point in life. This could be the start of a unification match. And I think this is the start of the end of the brand split, which causes a bit of a problem in my eyes, because the one network, Raw, is on USA, SmackDown is on Fox. I don't see Fox and USA working together to have using different wrestlers. I get it's one brand, one thing, but I think that is the problem. And I think, you guys please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I think the USA contract is coming up soon with Raw. I'm just guessing. I'm not 100% sure. I read somewhere that it was coming up soon. So I think this might be planting the seeds that maybe Fox might looking at buying the rights to broadcast Raw. That's where I'm going with this one. But with that being said, I think it's planting of seeds. I don't think it's going to be a Seth Rollins win, or Seth frickin' Rollins win by any means necessary. I think Roman is going to win it. I think there's going to be a surprise bloodline member that's going to come and help Roman Reigns. Maybe the third young Uso. What's his name on NXT?
Solo.
Yeah, I think he might help him. I think Naomi might come and help and join the bloodline. We all wait. I know. Personally, I've been waiting for Naomi to join the bloodline storyline.
Yeah.
I know Jeremy has as well. It should happen. I mean, she's part of the bloodline. She's there. Or I think maybe the likes of a surprise return of Rikishi coming back and helping his nephew out there. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't you dare laugh, Nashville. Don't you dare.
Can I just point out?
No, I'll tell you something. He's laughing because he knows this is something Vince McMahon would probably.
Yeah.
And he knows that there's like a 50% chance that it's actually going to happen.
Ooh, damn. I didn't laugh this much since you said Lacey Evans would be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, let's not. That was something else from that last session that I wanted to bring up as well. the whole Hall of Fame thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna go
Do
there.
you want to bring up Coco Beware?
Don't. You're gonna make me angry anyway. Anyway, my prediction: Roman Reigns is winning this match. Roman Reigns will stay your Universal Champion. He will go on to 600 days by the end of WrestleMania as your WWE Universal Champion. Kyle apparently disagrees with me. He thinks Seth frickin' Rollins is going to win
Does
the
want
Universal title.
to, doesn't he?
Nashville, give us your thoughts on this match.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about, so I'm gonna go in a bit of a tangent here.
Yes, I love
I
it.
gotta disagree with the whole Naomi joining the Bloodline thing. Because, and I'll tell you why before both of you go off. Yes, she is married to one of the Usos. I forget which one because they both look the same and I can't tell the difference. But she's just
I think
in
it's
there
Jimmy.
as
So much
think it's-
disrespect. Whoa.
Jeremy Uso. Yeah, I think it's Jeremy Uso. She's just married into the Usos. She's not directly part of the bloodline, and they don't even have any kids yet. So I don't see why she would be part of it. Solo Sikoa is still
Nash, just hold on. Just no. I'm gonna cut you off there, right? If you marry into a family, right, you become part of that family. Have you not watched The Godfather? Okay.
No, I don't think he has.
I watched it when I was 5 years old. I don't remember it.
Whoa.
That is disturbing that you watched it when you're 5, but
You watched
we'll talk about that later. That's a different can of worms we're going to be opening there.
Okay, wait. While we're on this, at 5 years old, what did you think of, I don't know, let's say the scene where they find the horse's head?
To be honest, like I said, I watched it when I was 5. I hardly remember half of the shit I watched when I was 5. So
I would hope so.
yeah, I know. I heard.
Ash?
Yeah, I heard.
Now I know why we get along with you.
Parenting 101 right there.
Don't let your watch the God.
My parents.
Okay, you know what? I take it back. Forget about everything I say. Continue with Naomi, please. Like,
I knew that would shut you up, Baz. So, Rikishi, no, he's an old little slob now. I really don't want to see him. Naomi is not really part of the bloodline. Solo is he's still cutting his teeth in NXT. I don't see him joining. And the whole end of the brand split, I think, has been a long time coming. I've been very vocal that I didn't like the brand split last year because I thought it was just a whole load of bollocks. It didn't make sense. I didn't like it. So yeah, go ahead and end the brand split because the brand split will never be as good as it was in 2016 or back in 2002. It will never be as good as it was back in those 2 times. So it's a long time coming. They've whittled down the roster so much, and I heard that there are more releases coming. So it wouldn't make sense to have 2 separate brands if you have not enough wrestlers on the roster. And yes, USA Network's contract is coming up with WWE. And I think that after such a long time with USA, WWE's Raw is going to leave USA Network and go to Fox Network so that they can have one roster on one channel, and Raw and SmackDown are just going to be on one channel. While obviously Raw on Monday, SmackDown's on Friday, and it's just going to be one unified thing. And yes, they have had this before where the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE Championship were unified into one title. And yes, I could probably see that happening, but I really don't want to because I like it the way it is now. In 2 world titles, it provides for more opportunities. But coming to this match, Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, if you had asked me 1 week...
Freaking Rollins.
Sorry, yes, Seth freaking Rollins.
There we go.
If you had asked me this 2 weeks ago, who I thought would win, I would have said it would be the Messiah himself. Seth freaking Rollins would have won this match. But
visionary now. He's a visionary. He's not a Messiah. He's a visionary.
Yes.
One and the same. It was the same guy. So he was an architect, then he was a Messiah. Now he's a visionary. So
he's not the greatest TV ever.
He's the king of drip. Okay.
Redesign, rebuild, reclaim. And yes, I think many people know that I'm a huge Seth freaking Rollins fan. So yes, I would like him to win. But I'm not going to go in the direction of Kyle because I do not want to lose this year's Major Players season. So I'm going to go with Roman Reigns for the win. And I think this is where the bloodline is going to finally break up. It's been a long time coming. And I think now would be the perfect time going into WrestleMania because the Usos are probably going to come out and say that Roman Reigns is probably going to come out and say that I didn't need the Usos to win. I'm the tribal chief. I can do this all by myself. I don't need anybody. The Usos are going to take exception to that, and we're going to have a breakup of the bloodline. And I hope and I pray that The Rock is going to show up at some point and we get the WrestleMania dream match we want. Screw the film insurance companies, insurances. I don't want to hear it. I hate them. I want The Rock versus Roman Reigns, and I want it now. God damn it! Because you know what? It's still real to me. Damn it! That's my rant.
Yeah.
He sounded too happy to be a rant.
It's a happy rant. It's a happy Corbin.
Okay, Jeremy, let's get your thoughts on this one after that rant from Nashville.
Okay, so before I get into who I'm picking for this thing, I just realized I was listening to something earlier and they said the one thing that couldn't happen again is that one person couldn't come down as multiple entries anymore because there isn't anybody on the roster who's got more than one gimmick. And when you guys just said that about Seth Rollins, I just realized he does. Been the architect, he's been the Messiah.
It'll be difficult to shave his beard into the different versions that he had.
Yeah. So he comes out at the end as Shield, as Shield, and then does
what with the half-dyed hair, with the skunk hair.
during a break, he just goes off. That would.
I suppose they could have they could have Dean Ambrose and John Moxley.
Okay.
Or Cody Rhodes and Stardust.
Dude, if you've been on Twitter in the past few days, the way it's lit up with this whole Cody Rhodes going to be
stuff.
But anyway, I don't think
that's not. We'll get to that. We'll get to all of that stuff.
I don't think Roman's.
Because I have some insane theories.
Roman's not losing, guys. Roman's not losing. Roman's definitely not losing to Rollins or Seth freaking Rollins. There's probably going to be shenanigans. We probably don't see it as you, or probably it's right in front of us. We just don't want to see it. But something's going to happen because the Usos are banned from ringside, like you said. But maybe my dude turns on Rollins finally and costs him the match. Kevin, you guys forgot Kevin Owens.
I was just thinking that what you were saying, we haven't said much about Kevin Owens, and I mean, him and Seth have been a sort of like a good tandem lately. They've been maybe I don't want to say it, but they've been sort of like tag team partners.
Will anyone remember the festival?
I was about to say.
Yeah, I was going to say,
at any point
Kevin Owens has a history of turning on his partners. So remember Sami Zayn, remember the New Day, it's all Daniel Bryan.
At any point,
Festival of Friendship.
To hand him a clipboard and like that level of betrayal, because they're all friendly right now.
If that happens, I will switch off I will switch it off. I will not watch the rest of Royal Rumble. If he gives Seth Rollins a clipboard at the Royal Rumble match, I will throw a controller at my TV and I'll go buy a new TV because I'll be so damn angry.
If that happens, I will call you. I might never stop laughing. I might never, ever.
I will put the phone down in your ear, sir. Yeah. I will.
How are you going to do that with a cell phone? That worked when we had like the receivers and
I'll go find a landline. I will find a landline somewhere with the receiver and I will slam it in your ear. I'm old enough to know what those are.
This seems like an awful lot just to slam the phone down. But anyway.
It's worth the effort.
I seriously don't see Rollins winning this. I know they're trying to play it off like there's a chance that Roman could lose and everything else. There's no way. There's
That's-
no
yeah.
way. If he loses,
Rollins is not losing.
if
He's
he
not losing.
loses,
That's-
he's losing. He's losing at Mania. I don't see him losing before that.
Look,
And-
if I will come and say that, I'll say this live on this channel right now. Those listening will hear it. If Seth freaking Rollins wins, I will eat that hot chip that Carl was supposed to eat. It's
Oh.
not gonna happen.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about the cheese puffs?
The cheese puffs. Yeah. It's never gonna happen. Let's be honest. Yeah. Let's move on though. Let's go to the other WWE Championship match. We've got Brock Lesnar versus the almighty Bobby Lashley. And listen, I'm speaking for myself on this one, but this has been a fantasy booking since Bobby Lashley came back. Okay, you were supposed to face Brock Lesnar. Instead, we got the Sami Zayn rubbish that happened with Bobby Lashley. It's been building up for a long time. I mean, these two were supposed to fight back in the day. If you think WrestleMania, I think it was, which was the Battle of the Billionaires match. That was
2007, WrestleMania 23.
7, yeah. 23. There we go. I was thinking 24, 23. We were supposed to have that match at 23, I believe. Because, I mean, but next year Brock Lesnar left. And I don't know why we said we didn't. We should have had it at that period. And we never got that match. Then they both went to UFC. We expected them to have some sort of mixed martial art match together. That never happened. Now we have this opportunity. And it's a little bit of a childhood dream. Well, I was a bit older then. But,
Yeah.
Adolescence dream. Let's call it that. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Two of the biggest guys physically wise. And like to quote the former WWE champion Biggie, this is basically two big, meaty, sweaty men slapping meat together. And that's what we want.
Yep.
That's what we want. And my prediction, I'm not going to give too much onto this match because honestly, I don't see it going a full length, full match with implications and all that sort of stuff. Brock Lesnar's going to win. He's going to go over on Lashley. He's going to keep the title to WrestleMania. I think Lashley will be in the title hunt. I think there will be an elimination match with Brock and Lashley and probably Seth freaking Lawrence and Kevin Owens and I don't know, everybody because it's, Saudi Arabia. They love to add just random people. We probably have Goldberg and Undertaker and like, I don't know, the Ultimate Warrior Resurrected in there as well. Or I don't know, the Macho Savage's brother or you never know. But yeah, I'm going with Brock Lesnar victory. I think Brock is going to take this one. Kyle agrees with me. So at least he's getting some sense in his predictions. That's the only one that actually makes sense out of all the stuff that he's told us. Brock Lesnar to win as well. Jeremy, what's your thoughts on Brock Lashley?
Guys, you know what? If they do the whole title unification thing, or if they go with the swerve and Heyman has been playing Brock all along, and maybe he stabs Brock in the back here, and that's where he goes back to Roman. And
but how would Bobby Lashley becoming WWE champion aid Roman Reigns staying Universal Champion? Doesn't make sense. But I get what you're trying to say, and I think
okay,
that will maybe happen down the line.
Let's look at things this way. Let's say that match that you guys want for Mania is not happening, and in my eyes, it's not. The Rock's not coming back at Mania, right? So they need.
I agree.
If they're not going to do the whole, if they're not going to dissolve like the brands and do all of that, then they're going to need a champion on Raw. They're going to need a champion on SmackDown, right? The obvious thing to do would be to get the belt off Brock, put it on Lashley, and then Lashley then goes on to face my winner for the Rumble at Mania in the main event, and Roman faces Brock Lesnar for the title at Mania. And that's where we see shock horror. Because remember, this whole thing with Heyman hasn't been resolved as yet. Heyman's still up in the air. Nobody knows exactly. So I've got just as badly as Vash's booking for that last event. I forgot which match he really went into the reads for, but Follow me.
Sami Zayn, don't worry, carry
There we
on.
go. Okay.
It's still
So-
coming. It's coming up. Don't worry. I've got
So-
part 2 is coming.
Lashley somehow beats Brock Lesnar. And if there's anybody, like you guys were saying, who needs a win right now? Does Brock Lesnar need a win? Brock Lesnar never needs a win. Brock never needs a win. Because he's capable at
I
winning.
think in this situation, it's who does Vince want a bigger win from?
Yeah.
Remember when WrestleMania season?
Mhm.
All right. This is where Vince pumps the ratings.
Yeah.
And you got to look at the long-term picture.
So
Going
would
WrestleMania.
you be happy with your ratings if you had no champion on TV? Where was Brock
Look,
this week?
It is, but in the same breath, every time Brock Lesnar's been on TV, the ratings have jumped tremendously, and
So
it's not a lie. I mean, and
wouldn't you
for the
rather-
first time in 10 years, like I'm actually rooting for Brock Lesnar. I'm actually happy Brock Lesnar's on TV. His new persona that he has is great. I mean, I love it. I think it's first of all shown to the world that he doesn't need Paul Heyman. I mean, he
Yeah.
can cut promos as well as the
Yeah.
next best person,
You realize
and he's such
all
a
you're
good
doing-
worker.
point here, right? All you're doing is just
I understand what you're saying, but like I don't think that Bobby Lashley needs a bigger win in Vince McMahon's eyes at the moment. That's what I'm saying.
So
I'm
that's
saying I
fair.
think
all I'm saying is
anyway.
there's a
it's
possibility.
your prediction, yeah.
There's a possibility
Your funeral.
that Bobby Lashley wins. And if he does win, I predict yet again that a certain Facebook account could come back. Just saying.
So
Good.
to clarify,
No,
your
you
prediction
can't say
is
it.
Bobby Lashley wins.
No,
No, I need to record it on the computer. Yeah, I need to know what your prediction is.
I'm gonna go with Brock. I'm gonna be a stick in the mud and go with Brock. Because I as much as I want to say that Lashley is going to win, and in my gut I know that something's going to happen because at some point it has to give. But then I think about the whole title dissolution and one belt on the show and everything else, and yeah, we're probably going to see Brock versus shit. Then where does the title come? But anyway, let's just go with Brock for now. Let's
Okay.
wuss out and we'll just go with Brock for now. But I know something
Nash,
I
Nash,
have a
you've been
lot.
patient. Do
I
you have a theory like Jeremy? Yeah, I know
I
you have a lot to say.
say about this one. So first of all, Vaz, you didn't introduce Jeremy correctly for this match. You should have called him Mr. Headband, and you should have seen the Bobby Lashley prediction win coming. And yeah, also I know I'm always like a CM Punk, you know, I'm a Grand Slam kind of guy.
Why did we have to
Actually,
talk about the name here now?
Brock Lesnar left in 2004. The Battle of the Billionaires happened in 2007, so I don't see how that would have worked out. And yeah, this has also been a dream match for me too. Like I've always wanted to see Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. I'm glad we're getting it at one of the big five premium live events, as they're calling it now. So yeah, that's great to see. I do not want if this goes on to WrestleMania and Roman Reigns goes on to WrestleMania as the champion, and we do get a title unification, because let's be honest, as much as I do want The Rock versus Roman Reigns, it's not going to happen. And I do not want to see Brock versus Roman Reigns again for the third time at WrestleMania and for the umpteenth time in WWE history. I'm sick and tired of seeing Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. We've seen it way too many times. I'm tired of it. I do not want to see it. My prediction for this match is Brock Lesnar is going to win. I do not see Bobby Lashley winning. Logically, just because it's Bobby Lashley and the trajectory he's in now, he's had a great run as WWE champion. Don't get me wrong. He's had an amazing run as champion. But I think that run has fizzled out and nobody's buying into the whole Brock Lesnar almighty gimmick anymore since he lost to Big E. More especially after the steel cage match when Big E cemented his reign as champion. So I see Brock Lesnar winning, and I don't see Brock carrying the title into WrestleMania. because I just do not want to see Brock versus Roman Reigns. We're going to get Elimination Chamber in Saudi, and I think we're going to get all the 5 guys from day one again, and the addition of 1 wrestler. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it could be anybody. It could be freaking Austin Theory because Vince McMahon loves him so much like a son that he just, stashes him into the match. Austin Theory is not going to win. Let's be honest. He doesn't stand a chance. He's going to sit there in his pod and take selfies the whole time like he's Tyler Breeze or some shit. But yeah, we're gonna get Elimination Chamber with all those 6 guys in there, and that's where Roman Reigns is going to lose the title. Because I'm predicting, and here's my mind just working for some fantasy booking. Bobby Lashley will spear Brock Lesnar through one of the pods, the Perspex glass pods. He's going to spear him through it. Brock will get eliminated from the match, and we're going to have Seth Rollins swivel his way into a win, or Kevin Owens getting rid of Seth Rollins, stabbing Seth Rollins in the back, sort of. There's your festival of friendship right there, and taking the title into WrestleMania into a unification match against Roman Reigns. It could be Seth Rollins or more likely Kevin Owens, since we're already getting Rollins versus Reigns here at this pay-per-view. But yeah, Brock Lesnar for the win. I don't see Bobby Lashley winning at all.
Okay. Well, now that we've got the undercard out of the way, it's time to talk Rumble matches. We'll start with the women's match first, just so you guys know how we're going to do the prediction. Yeah.
I was looking at a possible card on CBS, and they say there might be a tag match. Do we think that's
possible? It is. It's a possibility, but with these predictions, we go with what has officially been announced. So these are the matches that are announced. That's what we do predictions on. And plus, no one really likes tag team wrestling, let's be honest. Anyway, doing the women's match. And so the way the predictions are going to work, each of us are going to have 3 predictions. We're going to predict a winner of the match. We're going to predict a surprise entrant. It can be a returning legend. It can be someone not associated with WWE, as long as they haven't been announced already. So therefore, someone like Mickie James, Summer Rae, Johnny Knoxville, they can't be counted as surprise entrants. And then we're going to give 5 points if you can predict the winning number. So not necessarily your wrestler can come out at number, say, 12, that you predicted to win, but number 16 wins, and you predicted 16, you get 5 bonus points for that one. And that counts for both men's and women's Royal Rumble. With that being said, we're going to do the women's Royal Rumble. The wrestlers that have been announced for the women's Royal Rumble so far from Raw, we have Rhea Ripley, Nikki ASH, Dana Brooke, Carmella, Queen Zelina, and Tamina. From SmackDown, we've got Shotzi. Sorry, there's more from Raw. I missed Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan. Sorry, from Raw. Yeah, they'll just announced later. That's why I didn't see them on my list. From SmackDown, we've got Shotzi, Natalya, Aaliyah, Naomi, Shayna Basler, and Charlotte Flair. We then have the legends that have been announced. It's going to be Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, Lita, Michelle McCool, Kelly, Summer Rae, and then from Impact, we've got the Impact Knockouts champion, Mickie James, coming into the Royal Rumble, which I think is going to be a huge talking point, not only for the women's match, but for the men's one as well, which we'll get to. All right, those are your participants. There's 21 already announced for the women's Royal Rumble match, and I'm going to give you Kyle's prediction for the women's Royal Rumble match. So he says the winner. Actually, no, let's do this. So his surprise entrant is going to be Trish Stratus. Okay, that's a safe bet. It's safe. That's going to be his surprise guest. He's saying number 26 is going to win the Royal Rumble, which is his number guess. And then surprise, his winner for the Royal Rumble 2022 is going to be Alexa Bliss.
Shock and horror.
We didn't see that one coming, eh?
Nobody saw that.
I didn't see that one coming at all. Wow. I'm
wow.
surprised.
Yeah.
I'm gobsmacked.
Yeah. So I'm just looking on a website here. Apparently, Kelly and Summer Rae are not signed to WWE Legends contracts. They are free agents. Only Michelle McCool, Lita, Brie Bella, and Nikki Bella are under Legend contracts. Just fun fact there for you guys. All right, so we're going to start off. I'm going to start off with my prediction on this one. But before I do, I've got a little gripe with the Women's Royal Rumble. And that is, the point of a Royal Rumble match is to know the surprise entrance. And I get, you got to announce a few stars in the beginning just to get the ball rolling. 10, 15 superstars, it's great. But they have announced more than 2/3 of the entrance.
Yep.
That leaves 9 spots for surprises. Now, we can assume that out of those 9 spots, there's going to be some returning injury wrestlers, okay? I'm going to assume Alexa Bliss is going to be one of them. She's going to be cleared on Raw, and they're going to announce her, I can guarantee you, with her psychiatrist, whatever she's doing on Raw at the moment. Asuka is going to be returning. Bayley is going to be returning. Lacey Evans is due for return. That's already 4 superstars out of the 9 that are due for a return to WWE main TV. All right? That leaves 5 superstars. Now, we already have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 legends, or let's put them legends, even though 2 of them aren't technically legend, 1 works for Impact, but 7 outside wrestlers already coming in. Normally in a Royal Rumble, you have about 7 to 10 surprise out, like legends returning, correct? You guys understand me so far?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which means out of the 7, those 5 guys are probably all going to come from NXT. I don't see it being massive surprises. I don't see it being like, random superstars from like yesteryear coming back, because I think they've announced all of those that are coming. I think we might maybe get like an Alicia Fox or something. I don't know. Just because of the fact that she's around. She's a Legends contract as well, by the way. It's one that irritates me a little bit because they've announced so much that it's taken away the surprise for me. And I think they're going to be relying a lot more on the surprise entry, the numbers. They'll be like, oh, Charlotte's coming at number 1. Type of thing. I think it's that sort of concept of where they're aiming for this. And it annoys me. That's my little gripe with this. I like the surprise. I like the unpredictability of a Royal Rumble. That is why it's my favorite pay-per-view. Premium live event. It's because I don't know what's going to happen in a premium live event. Like, I want to feel like I did a couple of years ago when the Hurricane came back. Okay. None of us expected the Hurricane. Like, let's be honest. Not one of us expected the Hurricane to come back. Out of nowhere, he popped out, and that was a huge pop. A couple of years ago, Drew Carey coming out in the Royal Rumble and trying to pay Kane. That was hilarious. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Jeremy, I'm talking now. That was great. It's moments like that we have to sort of like live, or like, okay, one that you guys more might relate to, Edge returning. None of us expected Edge's return in 2019? Yeah, it's just before 2020. Or was it 2020?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 2019. What a return. AJ Styles debuting at Royal Rumble. That was fantastic. And now for the women's, they could have done the exact same thing. They could have, and I'm using this as Britt Baker could have been signed for WWE. We couldn't have not known. They could have announced her at this Royal Rumble as a surprise. Imagine Britt Baker coming out in the Royal Rumble. Just right now, as one of the top women's wrestlers in the world right now. Britt Baker's the AEW champion. Imagine her coming out of the Royal Rumble.
Down, though.
Doesn't matter. The fact remains, it's a surprise. Wow, Britt Baker. It's what we should have felt. Imagine if they didn't announce Mickie James. Okay. Imagine we busy watching the Royal Rumble, number 14, all of a sudden Mickie James's music hits. And everybody be like, WTF. How is Mickie James on wrestling? How is she on WWE? Mind blown. That's what they should have done. But yeah, that's my gripe. As for the actual Royal Rumble match itself, I've got a thing. I think we're going to get at WrestleMania. I didn't mention earlier Becky Lynch Doudrop. I think we're going to get Becky Lynch versus Lita at WrestleMania. I think Lita is going to win the Royal Rumble. I think it's going to be her sort of like Edge.
the parallels between them and Lita are quite interesting. We have all history and stuff like that.
I think out there, man. We didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
But like, I generally think it's going to be Lita winning the Royal Rumble. I think I don't see anybody else out of the 21 that we have that is star power enough to win a Royal Rumble and to go on to face Becky Lynch. There is Charlotte Flair as well, but it's the same sort of fight. Like, I put Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Bayley, Sasha Banks into one bracket. Okay. And unless one of those four are winning the Royal Rumble, which I don't see happening, unless Bayley comes back and wins it, that'll be great. I don't see anything happening more than that. So that's why I'm going with Lita. I think Lita versus Becky Lynch at WrestleMania is the match that Vince McMahon is waiting himself over. I think he is. I think if he had to listen to us, and I'm sure he is listening to us, obviously he wouldn't listen to us, he would be like, you know what, pal? That's a great idea. That's some good shit right there, pal. We're having Becky Lynch versus Lita, pal. That's what we're going to have. I can guarantee it. As for the number, I think 27 is going to be the winning number. I think I know it's a magical number in the men's Royal Rumble. I think the women's Royal Rumble could be the same. It's literally just a number I picked off the top of my head. And then I think our big return is going to be Asuka. I think a lot of guys have been wondering what's happening to Asuka. I think she's coming back, but I think she's going to be going back into the Royal Rumble, and I think she's going to eliminate Charlotte Flair in the Royal Rumble, and I think that's going to set up Charlotte versus Asuka again for WrestleMania. I think WWE loves going that route. I think there's a lot of money still in that one, especially if we get back Asuka from NXT times. I think we could have a potential match there. In fact, I think if we're looking at Elimination Chamber, going back to what I said, I know I said Becky Lynch in the Chamber. So if you did it on the SmackDown side, you could have something like Charlotte, Asuka, Bayley, Sasha Banks, throwing Naomi there for the high spots, and you've got yourself a great Elimination Chamber match right there on SmackDown. That's my thing. Lita, Asuka at number 27, Nashville. I know you have a lot to say on the women's Royal Rumble match. I know you disagree a lot with me on this one. I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah. Let me just start off by saying this. Everybody knows that Baz is not a fan of tag team matches, right? Or death matches. Jeremy, I'm not really sure what you're not into, but I know you're into Booker T and whatever.
He doesn't like Triple Wayne. That's what Jeremy doesn't like. Apparently parrots. He's got an issue with parrots.
I hate the restaurant.
I am somebody who likes high-flying matches, and hardcore matches, like ladder matches and stuff. I am not the biggest fan of Royal Rumbles or Battle Royals. I know that there's a surprise effect to it, and yeah, I do like surprises, but Royal Rumble's never been my scene. Neither have any Battle Royals ever been my scene. Neither are the casino Battle Royals that take place in AEW. But occasionally, Royal Rumble, I'm into it once in a while. And yeah, this one, just not feeling it. But I do like how you say they're opening the bridges. Like when they brought in Mickie James, I read somewhere online that John Laurinaitis, when he asked Mickie James to appear, and Mickie James said that she's currently under contract to Impact Wrestling, John Laurinaitis apparently told her that there's no more borders. So it looks like WWE is releasing more stars because they realize they don't have to stockpile if they can instead collaborate with other wrestling companies and bring in their stars and share their stars over and stuff like that. So that's a great thing. But I don't see Britt Baker coming in because I think that that's the only border is WWE and AEW because there's a kind of like a tiff going on over there. I don't know why Summer Rae is listed as a legend. That is annoying.
Sorry, Nash, just to clarify, I never said Britt Baker's coming into the Royal Rumble. I just said imagine what it would be like if she did. Okay. I have no inclination that she's joining the Royal Rumble. There's no way she is. I don't see AEW and WWE working together just yet. Yeah. But carry on, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I don't see how Summer Rae is a legend, honestly speaking. She's had how many matches, and she was Rusev's, or who was she with that short time? With Rusev, right?
She was Fandango's dance partner in the beginning.
Yeah. Then she was a ring announcer on NXT.
And then
she was
wrestled a little bit, and then she was
with Dolph Ziggler for a
Dolph
while.
Ziggler's girlfriend, who then swapped with Lana, and then Summer Rae was with Rusev, and Lana was with Ziggler.
That whole hodgepodge happened.
Yeah.
And yeah, they've really taken up a whole lot of spots here. 21. That leaves only 9 spots open, with so many potential for NXT call-ups and returns and surprises. And like I said, we're recording this ahead of time. There's still a whole week of wrestling to go, and I'm pretty sure they're going to announce 1 or 2 more before we even get to Saturday night.
Like I said, I think Alexa Bliss is going to be announced on Monday. I really do think they're going to announce Alexa Bliss on Monday, and I think they're going to announce 1 or 2 more on top of that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think Alexa Bliss is going to be part of the Rumble. I don't see her winning though. And a correction to myself.
Kyle disagrees with you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, everyone disagrees with everything. But anyways, my pick to win is going to come completely out of the left field. But before I get to that, my surprise entrant, I'm actually going to stick with Kyle on this one because it seems like the only logical one for me. I'm picking Trish Stratus for my surprise entrant. My number to win is going to be 27 because, let's be honest, it's a safe thing to bet on. And for the winner, and this, like I said, is going to come completely out of the left field for me. I'm predicting that the winner is going to be a returning Bayley. Bayley's going to return from injury, and she's going to win the Royal Rumble, and she's going to go on to face Becky Lynch at WrestleMania and not Charlotte Flair, because I see Charlotte Flair taking on Lita going into WrestleMania. That's a more logical based off the altercation that happened on SmackDown. Yeah. It's going to be Lita versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, and it's going to be Bayley versus Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. But what I really want to see, I'm hoping that they add another pay-per-view before WrestleMania, because I want to see Lita versus Charlotte Flair, and at WrestleMania, I want to see the match we've all been waiting years to see, and that is Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Sasha Banks. So 4 horsewomen of NXT finally at a WrestleMania facing off. It's a long shot. It's a far-fetch, but that's...
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, so my winner is returning Bayley. My surprise entrant is Trish Stratus, and my number to win is number 27.
All right, Jeremy, you've been waiting long to tell us how wrong we all are, so take it away.
I think you guys have actually been paying attention, even if you guys don't want to admit it. I'm in your heads. Because I see you guys have gone with the safe bets on a couple of things. But I'm gonna start off with the legends. With the Legends return, if you will, a surprise return.
Sure.
It's going to be Victoria. I think we could see Victoria in. I think we could also see like Melina in as well. Molly Holly is actually probably the safest bet. I think Molly Holly is probably
the thing is,
probably going to be in.
Look. If you look, I'm going to be honest. If you want a free point, choose Molly Holly. She's been in the last 2 Royal Rumbles as surprise entrants. Chances are she's going to be in the 3rd one as well. Especially if they need somebody else, they'll probably call her up. Like she's an ambassador for WWE. Yeah. And let's be friends, Jeremy. Let's choose someone. Yeah.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go with someone that I really enjoy watching. I stalk her on Twitter as well. So nothing weird there. As far as the winning number is concerned, I think 27 is going to be probably where the winner is going to come from. At some point, it needed to come there because to give some synergy with the whole men's thing. So yeah, let's cop up and go 27 there as well. As far as the winner is concerned, I don't know. I don't know. I have a couple different ideas that it could go. But let's go with Asuka. Let's go. Okay. I genuinely feel Asuka could win this, and she's probably going to set up a match against Becky Lynch at Mania. And they're going to play off that whole thing of last year where, the belt, and you must remember WWE likes to do those video packages. And this is exactly what they're going to do. They're going to play it off like
Asuka to relinquish the belt, and
where Becky Lynch had to relinquish the belt, and Asuka was so happy for her, and we're best of friends now, and we're going to go to AEW and join the best friends as well, and one of us is going to become some squid weird juice character. But anyway, that's a story for another day. So, yeah, I see Asuka coming in. She's probably going to win. And it's going to be pretty late on. Because I don't think she's done... I think they're just going to make sure that she can go. So they're going to let her come in a little bit later on.
Ideally, you want it to come out at 27. Because then you can get 5 plus a win for Asuka, 6 points for you right there. Yeah.
There we go.
Ideally, yeah.
So I think Asuka's probably the better person to go with this whole thing. I don't see anybody
I
else.
like that. Yeah.
I would like to see. There's a few people that I would like to see pushed into that spotlight as like a surprise winner. But I don't see Vince doing it. I really don't see Vince doing it. And yeah, that's probably why Lita's going to eliminate Charlotte at some point. And that's going to be the SmackDown main event. The SmackDown main event.
I think, like, in terms of my booking, I think the reason I'm picking Lita is that I think Vince wants at least one Hall of Famer to have said they've won a Royal Rumble. All right. If you look at the past winners of the Royal Rumble, it was Asuka, Charlotte, and Becky. Am I correct? We had 3 or 4.
Asuka, Charlotte, and Becky. Yeah, I think those are the winners.
Those are the 3 winners, right?
And last year was our favorite wrestler,
Bianca Bella. Yeah, those are the 4. That's the one I missed. Yes, yeah. So I think it's safe to bet that he wants a star power winner. He wants to be like, in the sense of the men's. You can say people like Stone Cold Steve Austin have won it 3 times. You can say people like The Rock have won it. John Cena has won it. Batista. He wants big names to say that they've won the Royal Rumble. They'll build up the prestige of a Royal Rumble. Imagine going to next year's Royal Rumble and being, you can be like Lita, the Hall of Famer who won a Royal Rumble. I think it has more star power in his eyes. That's one of the reasons I'm picking Lita. But in the same breath, I do like your idea of Asuka winning and going to face Becky Lynch. In my prediction, it can work the same way. It can be that Asuka makes a return, eliminates, goes to faces Becky Lynch later. Lita wins the match, and chooses to face Charlotte Flair instead. It could go that way as well. I like your concept, though. Yeah.
Guys, I've just realized something. I've just had a look here. I'm looking at past Rumble stats. Do you guys know this lady that's at the top of this list? Shayna Basler.
Who?
Never heard of her.
Shayna Basler. She sounds familiar. She's got 14 eliminations in total. Wow. I wonder if she could win.
Look at that.
She should be great.
Yeah.
She should be pushed. She should win something.
Listen, if it was Shayna Basler, let's say like 5 years ago in NXT, guaranteed win.
Man.
Yeah.
If they pulled the trigger on Shayna Basler just after the Elimination Chamber thing, she would have been money for days. For days.
Anyway, let's not digress on the past. Let's move to the men's Royal Rumble match. It is a match that I am highly anticipated for. If you guys watched the day one prediction video, I gave you guys a big spoiler on what's going to happen in Royal Rumble, and it's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
We would have believed you more readily if you still had the haircut.
I am sticking to my guns on this one. I'll get into that prediction. I want to have a good laugh, though, first at Kyle's prediction for the Royal Rumble. And you know what? We had a lot of people ask us, does Kyle do this on purpose? And no, he doesn't. He legit thinks these are going to be the results.
Wait,
we don't influence these results. Yeah.
How strong is the weed that Kyle is smoking? Because I've just seen who is picked as the winner.
Right? No. So I just want to make it clear to those that are watching this video, right? We do not influence Kyle's decisions at all. His predictions are his own.
I wish we did. Can we see that? Can we see that? I don't know if you can.
I'll get to that, Jerry. I'll get to it. I'll get to it now. I'm going to announce it. Kyle's prediction for the Royal Rumble. His winner is Roman Reigns. All right.
I wish we could get him on just to explain this.
He's surprised, which I kind of agree could happen. His surprise isn't that much far-fetched, is Bray Wyatt. I mean, he hasn't done much. It could be, it's a bit far out there, but it could happen. That's not a thing. And his winning spot is going to be number 30. So he is saying to us right now that Roman Reigns is coming out at number 30 and winning the Royal Rumble. That is basically what he is saying. Roman Reigns.
Wait a second. If he said that, oh, he does have Rollins there. Okay, so that at least has some continuity to it. So
no, he's got continuity. He's got that. I'll give him that. He says Seth Rollins is going to beat Roman Reigns. So I'm guessing he thinks Seth Rollins is going to win and Roman Reigns is going to get angry, enter the Royal Rumble, win the Royal Rumble, and then probably face Brock Lesnar as the at WrestleMania. That's what I'm guessing his prediction is. Of course, I'm now guessing. I can't guarantee this, that this is what he's thinking. So I'm just fixing my camera. But that's my train of thought if I look at his predictions. But Nashville, let's start with you on this one. Men's Royal Rumble. You don't like Royal Rumbles. You've told us this. So you can just break us. Oh, sorry. Let me give you the participants for the Men's Royal Rumble. We have had 15 out of the 30 announced. And from Raw, we've got Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Austin Theory, AJ Styles, Big E, Kevin Owens, and Damian Priest. One person, Jeremy, Damian Priest. And then from SmackDown, we've got Sheamus, Happy Corbin, Madcap Moss, Sami Zayn, and Kofi Kingston. And then as a I suppose special guest entrant, it is Johnny Knoxville will be in the Royal Rumble as well to promote his new movie, obviously Jackass Forever, whatever it's called. Right, that's our 15 entrants in. There's obviously going to be a little bit more predicted next week with the go-home shows. I think that number will probably go to about 20, I think. The men's one, they always leave quite a lot of openness to their entrance. So, yeah, Nashville, take it away. Who do you think who are you predicting to win it? Who's your surprise and the number?
All right. So I'm going to start off with the number. And I'm not going to say 27 for this one because I picked it already. I'm saying the number that's going to win this one is number 13 because it ties in with who I think is going to win.
Really? You've stolen as well.
Wow. Such a random number, huh?
Shouldn't say win it at 13?
Exactly.
Shinsuke. Oh, yeah, he did win it at 13. Yeah, lucky number 13, as they say. For my surprise entrance.
Okay, no, sorry. I've got it. Nakamura won it at 14. He had won it at 14. It was number 14 entry.
Close enough.
Okay, yeah. Close enough, yeah. Still not 5 points close enough, though.
13 is my lucky number. For the surprise entrance, I had a lot of time to think about this, and it was a toss-up between two people. But I'm going to go with the one that I think is more reasonable at this point in time. And that is going to be Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller from NXT 2.0 is going to make a surprise because we've all seen him already on Raw. He's had this little feud with AJ Styles. So he could enter because, remember, AJ Styles is in this Royal Rumble. So there could be a little face-off between the two in the middle of the ring.
I like that theory.
Yeah, you like that Austin theory. Before I even name my winner, before this whole Grayson Waller thing happened, my prediction for surprise entrant was supposed to be Tommaso Ciampa because he recently dropped the NXT title. I see him getting called up to the main roster soon, but I don't see Ciampa entering a Rumble and losing it because he's built up such a great persona in NXT that him just walking out after being eliminated just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
So
what is NXT and the main roster? Well, like there's night and day, dude. Like you could be, 2-year winning streak and come to Raw and then start tagging with Natalya. Let's be honest.
No, not just that. You could have beaten everybody on NXT, won the title twice, and then they bring you back as Legion of Doom Part 3. Come on.
Ascension. That's what happened to the Ascension, basically, when they went to
Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross and his gimp.
Yeah, where is Karrion Kross?
I expected him at some point.
He announced on Instagram, Killer Kross is coming back.
Yeah.
Needs to say soon, TikTok soon. That's what he announced. I think he's still serving his 90-day non-release clause because he was on the main roster.
I actually expected Karrion Kross at one of those weeks to like show up on the back of a petrol tanker and start cutting a promo from Mad Max. that really, guys, it wouldn't have surprised me because his idea was straight up front.
Okay, we're digressing again. National.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Okay, so like I said, my number 2 win is 13. Surprise entrance, Grayson Waller, and my winner for the Royal Rumble, because to me it makes so much sense based on what's happening recently, and I think Jeremy's gonna love my prediction for the winner, Kevin freaking Owens. Kevin Owens is my winner because let me tell you why. He's been doing this whole thing with Seth Rollins, and here's what's gonna happen. We're having the Elimination Chamber soon in the Kingdom of Redacted. We're going to have an Elimination Chamber match, like I said, with all 5 of these guys that were at day 1, plus the addition of one guy. Could be anybody, maybe Austin Theory, because Vince McMahon loves him so much. And we're going to get Kevin Owens turning on Seth Rollins in that Chamber match. And then Kevin Owens is going to go on to face Roman Reigns at some point at WrestleMania if they don't do the whole unification match. So, I'm going with Kevin Owens for the win. And, that's because I'm looking at this list of guys. There's no one I can see more credible to win right now other than Kevin Owens. Unless you guys...
Did you not listen to me on day 1?
And of course, Baz is going completely all left field on us. I don't know how Jeremy feels about that. But I don't see that dude winning. I'm not going to say who because that's your prediction next or whoever is going next. But winner for me is Kevin Owens, surprise entrance Grayson Waller, and number is 13.
All right, Jeremy, let's get your prediction before I tell you guys the spoiler.
Okay, so I'm gonna go a little bit out there, right? Let's play the field a little bit. So the Forbidden Door's gone, right? So
allegedly,
we're gonna see. I can. Damn it! I can't remember the Tat's name.
It happens at his age.
No.
He's very committed to this. You can tell.
Zack Ryder. Yeah, I've even written it down here.
Oh, thank God.
We're going to see Zack Ryder in the Royal Rumble. I know it's not really
Zack Ryder.
Yeah. So he's going
to the man who has like categorically gone all over Twitter and Instagram saying how much he hated his time at WWE. You're going with Zack Ryder.
We're going to
Matt
see
Cardona.
There we
You're
go.
going with Matt Cardona.
We're going to see Matt and his action figures at the Royal Rumble.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's your choice.
Said not to rule out him going back at some point. So I think we could see him back. I think we could really see him back. As far as him, I don't see we're going to see anything as far as a win or anything is concerned, but we're going to see him back. When the winning entrant will come, seeing that Nash has now appropriated my number. Let's go 24. Let's go with number 24 because I'm not going to go with somebody too high, too high up or too low down, should I say rather? Because my winner, person that I'm picking, is Big E.
Okay.
I think they're going to try and do Kofi Mania again. I think Vince McMahon saw it work the first time, and that's why
Big E Mania.
Yeah, Big E Mania probably. And that's probably what you're going to see. We're probably going to see And I know it doesn't fall in line because I chickened out of my whole thing with Bobby Lashley winning the title of Brock. But yeah, I could see it happening. I could see them trying to pull off Kofi Mania 2.0 with Big E this time, though.
Okay.
And I think the crowd,
I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it, but I know you're wrong, though.
Here we go.
Your credibility.
You're wrong. You guys are all wrong. Kevin Owens is not winning the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns is not winning the Royal Rumble. Big E is not winning the Royal Rumble. There's one person who's going to win the Royal Rumble.
If you just listen to me for just a sec, all your credibility, all of your credibility, all of it flew out of the window with a parrot in the Hall of Fame. So we don't listen. We just listen to you for the sake of listening to you. You're like a robot after 11 o'clock in Pretoria. Nobody really pays attention to it. You're like the points that we were supposed to get on our licenses. We weren't really paying attention to it anyway, so doesn't matter.
With that being said, and
I would pay to see Jeremy roast Baz on Comedy Central.
Listen, he can do it. He just has to know that he's going to have to get it back from me, and I could go twice as worse. So that's cool.
And you know his favorite number is 5, and we all know what happened with Manchester and 5, right? Missed shot by Jeremy.
Yo.
Now and that's how I get you, because I plant things in other people's heads and they come back for you. I don't have to do it myself anymore.
All right, let me tell you guys why you're all. We're going back to wrestling now. Let me tell you guys why you're all wrong in your predictions for the Royal Rumble, right? And again, ladies and gentlemen, in the words of Paul Heyman, this is not a prediction, but a spoiler. Sami Zayn is winning the Royal Rumble match. Right? Let me tell you again so you can hear it properly. Sami Zayn is winning the Royal Rumble match. He is going to win it. He is going to become the WWE champion at WrestleMania. We are getting Sami Zayn versus Brock Lesnar. 2 Canadians going at it. Mark my words. Sami frickin' Zayn. And I know that's a trademark on Seth Rollins' name. He is winning it. And not only is he going to win the Royal Rumble match, he is going to do it from the number 1 spot. At the start of the premium live event, they're going to have like some sort of backstage segment where they're going to draw the number, or Sami Zayn's going to be there. He's going to draw the number. It's going to be number 1. And it'll be like, this is a conspiracy. How can you guys do this? This is unfair. How can you make me come out at number 1? He's going to continue on and on for the whole night. He's going to try and get out of his number. Eventually, he's going to come out at number 1. At some point, he's going to be thrown underneath the rope. He's going to hide under the ring, Sami Zayn style. When there's like 2 people left, he's going to pop out of nowhere, eliminate someone, and win the Royal Rumble. That is how Sami Zayn is going to win the Royal Rumble at the number 1 spot, which is also my number prediction. Number 1 is going to win the Royal Rumble. I'm going all in with this one. Sami Zayn will be as great as what Shawn Michaels was winning it from number 1.
Oh my
or Vince
God.
McMahon winning it from what is Vince? Number 2, eh? Vince was number 2 when he won it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Rey Mysterio from number 2. Or in 2004 when Vacant won it from number 2.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the year nobody won it.
Yeah, in 2004. It was Vacant, number 2.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, for my surprise, now, the surprise one, I had a lot of stuff building up to figure out how to do this. And so, obviously, a lot of people were going to go with The Rock. I mean, we know we all want it to happen. We know it's not going to happen. I don't see The Rock coming back in a wrestling spot. He might come back in a promo spot or something like that. But I think there's just too much money in Hollywood right now on him to risk him getting injured in a wrestling ring.
Because the last time he came in, he did get injured.
Exactly. And they had to stop production on a movie for like a year.
Yeah.
So I don't see The Rock coming in. Other names that I was toying around with, Tommaso Ciampa was one of them. I thought he might have a thing, but then I felt the same with like Nashville. I think it's not a great place for him to debut. I think rather let him debut quietly on a Raw, pick up like a jobber victory and build him up like that. Another one was Johnny Gargano. I thought he might be coming back, but also I think it's true. I think he's going to take some time off wrestling for his family, because I think Candice LeRae is due now in February. So I think he's going to have a bit of time off, help raise the baby, and then maybe come back later. A few other names that sort of popped in my head. I thought maybe like Elias. We might eventually get Elias to, debut a new gimmick.
No,
or something.
Elias is dead. We're not sure. We only had zombies last year on wrestling, so I don't think we're doing zombies.
The Drifter Samson. Drifter Samson might come back. I don't know. A few others that sort of like spinned around in my head was like maybe like the old NXT guard, like Pete Dunne or someone like that, who not really doing much on NXT at the moment with the whole D'Angelo thing.
No, Pete Dunne is dead as well.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. They had a funeral for him last week.
The funeral was for his career. It wasn't for him.
Yeah, close enough.
But essentially, after all these names that come in, there is one that's sort of standing out a lot more. And until today, I actually had to change the name, because I had this prediction written down about 3 days ago, and I had to change the name because they've changed his name, and that's going to be Gunther.
But didn't he go back to Walter again?
No.
No, it's going to be. It was originally Gunther Stark, but Gunther Stark is a former Nazi militant, so they're just making a Gunther. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gunther.
Yeah. The best part about it is Walter, his real name, which is Walter Heim, is also a former Nazi general's name as well, which is quite great. No one picked up on that. They were immediately, WWE's naming him after Nazi generals. Yes. In the meanwhile, his birth name is a Nazi general. Like, it's there. Yeah. And it's great. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going with Gunther to appear in as a surprise entrant. I don't think it's going to be a call-up. I think it's going to be more of a trial run for him. I think if I'm looking at someone from NXT, I think it's the most logical choice to bring up, because he is a big sweaty man that Vince McMahon can drool over, and I think it's, logically speaking, Gunther might be the best option for him to bring up from NXT. And I do think they are going to bring up a few people from NXT. I think Grayson Waller will be a guest entrant in NXT in the Royal Rumble. I do. I think his program with AJ Styles is bringing him in. I think someone like Haaland might even get in as well to showcase his big brutality side. I think Carmelo Hayes might also even get a spot. I think WWE is very high on Carmelo Hayes at the moment. And I think the other one that I was thinking about, which till recently I've decided against it, was Roderick Strong. And that's basically because I think that they're trying to portray him as more of a pillar of NXT. I think they want him to be as like what Tommaso Ciampa and Pete Dunne is. He's going to be one of the older guys that's going to help the younger guys through. I don't think Roderick Strong is leaving like the media suggests. The man signed a 5-year contract just last year. I think WWE is going to go in full in with the Diamond Mine. I won't be surprised if Diamond Mine by WrestleMania appears on Raw or SmackDown to take over there. I won't be surprised. I think Vince McMahon is trying his luck with the faction thing. I think Hit Row was an example of that, and Legado del Fantasma is an example of what I think he's trying the waters with what AEW is doing. And I think he wants to try it with WWE, but I'm digressing. So there we go. Gunther is going to be the surprise entrant. Sami Zayn from number 1 is winning the 22 men's Royal Rumble match. I don't care what Nash, Kyle, or Jeremy says. They are wrong. He is winning it. And that's our predictions done for the Royal Rumble.
Okay. I would like to have a side bet with you on the whole Sami Zayn thing. Should Sami Zayn not win the Royal Rumble, I'm going to make you a foil helmet. And from now onward, whenever we do prediction videos, you're going to have to wear it. Because obviously, the Jewish space lasers have gotten to you.
And what if he wins? What do I get out of this deal?
The satisfaction of knowing you won. That's about it. That's the Hey, you already copied my hairstyle. That's gimmick infringement enough. Right? We're not even going to touch that.
How about this? How about this? No, how about this? If Sami Zayn wins the Royal Rumble, you will publicly acknowledge that Coco Beware is a fantastic wrestler and deserves all the accolades that he has received in his past.
Okay. All right. I'll do it. Okay.
You're in. All right, there you go.
All right, win. Side bet. Okay, side bet locked in, right? Side bet locked in.
You heard it live. Nash is our witness. The viewers here are our witness. If Sami Zayn wins the Royal Rumble match, Jeremy will publicly announce that he acknowledges everything that Coco Beware has done is grand and he's a fantastic wrestler. If he doesn't win, I will wear a tinfoil hat whenever we do these videos.
Yeah, and that acknowledgement will be on the Elimination Chamber predictions video.
Oh, hell yeah. No, he's going to have his own video. He's going to have his own video to just Jeremy, and he's going to announce this.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to have his own damn video. He's not going to share it with us. He's going to do it by himself.
It's going to be a hand.
No problem. Right. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to do that, Foil Man. No problem.
I will even edit that video for you.
You put it on repeat.
Somehow I think I'm safe. I just have a feeling I'm safe.
I'm telling you, you're not. Like I said, it's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. And with that,
Sami Zayn
gents,
is going to be thrown out by Johnny Knoxville using a cattle prod. This is going to be very Goldberg-esque.
Right, ladies and gents, with that, this is the end of our video. If you haven't done so already, please, guys, click subscribe, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up button, hit any buttons you want to share this. Please give us a shout out. Don't hit there's no such thing as a dislike button on YouTube anymore, so that's great for us. They've taken it away. So please click the subscribe, notify yourselves the little bell, get full on notifications of when these videos drop. These are just for you guys. We do it for you guys, so let's get our name out there. Let people know that South Africans love wrestling just as much as the rest of the world, if not more. And let them know that Vaz is like a Nostradamus and can tell the future. And he's going to tell you guys that, yeah, Vaz said it first. Sami Zayn's winning the Royal Rumble. Guaranteed. It's there. It's written down. It's done. For me, the mother's favorite podcast, the Vaz, from our CEO, Nashville, from our bald eagle, soon to be acknowledgement of Coco Beware, Jeremy, and of course from our backward cap wearing friend Kyle, who unfortunately couldn't be with us for the whole video. We sort of saw him in the beginning. And one thing we can all agree on as the trio here is that Kyle is going to be doing a punishment end of the year. Like, I'm sorry, you cannot get away saying Roman Reigns.
He's setting that trend already. Roman Reigns.
In fact, let's just do it. Go to Twitter, type in hashtag Kyle is getting punished. That's what it is. Or Kyle sucks at predictions. Let's just do
hashtag
that.
Kyle
that's what's
loses
happening.
Again.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to happen. So yeah, guys, please, once again, click subscribe, notify, let us into your homes. Thank you very much for listening to this. Please go check out our other videos. From everyone here at PWC, remember, guys, to always keep safe. And we'll check you guys again at the next pay-per-view, which will be Elimination Chamber, I think. I don't think there's an AEW one between. No, there isn't an AEW one between. I think AEW is just after that. But yeah, anyway, Elimination Chamber at the Kingdom of, as Nashville says. What is that? Redundant?
Redacted.
Redact. There it is. Redacted. Yes. There we go. Throwing some legal terms at y'all. We'll see you guys again next time. Peace and chicken grease.